Jack, it's not a gotcha, but he goes down that hard line about nurses are going to be paying more tax. What's really important when communicating these ideas is what does that mean? And Chloe has a very, very, very good response for this, because she first of all says, she doesn't say it's not nurses, but she's basically saying people earning $120,000. So yeah, some nurses are going to get caught up in that on the top end, but it's really about people earning $120,000. I haven't seen the bit, but apparently Thomas Coughlin from
told me that all nurses earn $280,000 a year.
I haven't seen the article, but I believe Thomas Coughlin from Newstalk ZB made the point that nurses would be paying more on tax. And I'm assuming, I haven't seen it, it's because he worked out what the salary of a nurse was and decided to say nurses will be paying more, which is very disingenuous. But what Chloe does is, rather than, because what matters most, not as if you're paying more tax, is what are we getting for that? If you're paying $1 more in tax and you're getting a free dental system, that's worth $1 more in tax. If you're paying $100 more in tax and you're not getting anything more, then you question it. So what she does very well here is she contextualizes what that means, and it's still, and this is very good. There's a very good response here.
It's also worthwhile noting again that 91% of New Zealanders will pay less income tax under our plan.
But nurses will pay more.
Those at the top end of the scale. And again,
any registered nurse will actually pay more.
But just to put some context to this, so when you're talking about somebody who's earning $120,000 per year, you're talking about $5 extra a week. The trade-off...
$5 extra a week. $5 extra a week. So for 100, so yes, this is like that. Well, they're paying more. Well, 73 cents more. They're paying more, right? So people earning 120K will pay $5 a week more. But the question now is, now we have the context of that time. It's a cup of coffee. Will people earning $120,000 a year be prepared to give up a cup of coffee a week if they get this?
Who's earning $120,000 per year, you're talking about $5 extra a week. The trade-off for that, the benefit that we get from the investment, is free GP visits, free dental healthcare, free early childhood education, rapidly bringing down climate-changing emissions, and the kind of country that retains our doctors and nurses because we fix our health system and our infrastructure.
Yeah, although, I mean, the nurses might be looking at that policy and going, well, actually...
No, so that's disingenuous from Jack, because what he's saying is, for $5 a week, nurses are going to have no part of that. Of course, I'll tell you a very quick story. I did Talkback on Newstalk ZB for a long time, and I remember doing Talkback one night when I said to the elderly people, the elderly white people listening, would you take a cut in your pension if it meant getting these positive results? And I think it was something like getting out of debt or whatever it was. And 80% of them said yes. People are on board for paying a bit more out of mine if I can see a benefit for it. So Jack's about to say, I don't know if nurses will be on board with it. For $5 a week for free dental care, of course they would. Who wouldn't?
System and our infrastructure.
Yeah, although, I mean, the nurses might be looking at that policy and going, well, actually...
Jack, I've had conversations with many New Zealanders over the years, and, I've been in this gig now for the better part of a decade, and many people have told me that they would actually be more comfortable paying more tax if they knew that it was going towards fixing the society that all of us live in.
Well, that comes down to the delivery, though, right? That assumes that the delivery is absolutely nailed, and we'll get to that in a couple of minutes.
Of course, but again, I just really want to make the point here that we are not 5 million random isolated individuals. Our health, our happiness and our safety relies at least in part on the health and happiness and safety of our neighbours. And if we want to actually improve this country, we're going to have to invest in it, and we're unashamed about that.
So great answer. Like, boom, mic drop answer. So what she's saying is, obviously she's not saying yes, nurses, but people earning 120K will pay more. Look what they get. Free ECE, free dental, free GP visits. What people on 120,000? I mean, yes, you always find the one outlier who goes, them, I'm not going to give them more money. But the vast majority, for $5 more a week. So we have to be careful, we meaning us listening, that when they give us these figures, we're spending more next year than we've ever spent before in health. What does that mean? An extra $1? So according to, you'll spend more money national, but according to inflation, we've gone backwards. So we need them contextualized. Chloe contextualized that really well by saying that $5 will give us all these things. And I'm in.